Donald Trump's inauguration speech, what a breath of fresh air, marked the beginning of a golden age. Donald Trump will restore inner security by closing the border and deporting all illegal immigrants. He called out the climate change as the hoax it is, and he will end this gigantic taxpayers' milking machine called the Green Deal. He will stop the overreach of the pharma lobby posing as WHO by withdrawing from it. In short, Donald Trump will undo all of the freedom, democracy and the rule of law undermining measures that you have been working so hard on imposing on the people. The EU has robbed the member states of their sovereignty, destroyed their economic power, devalued their currency, disenfranchised their citizens. All of this needs to stop. We need to go back to the foundation of democracy, rule of the people, for the people, by the people. And the beautiful sound of freedom ringing throughout the entire world yesterday should inspire us. Let's make Europe great again. And if the EU refuses, then guess what? We will just do it without you. But it will happen. Let's make Europe great again. Thank you.
Madam, is there a blue card from Mrs. De Mirelle, if you accept? Okay. Please, for 30 seconds.
Dass Sie die Frage zulassen. Ich weiß, dass
Now, not sure whether you want allow the question. I know you don't put much value on facts. So I would like to ask you about feelings. Now, how does it feel for the AfD to be supported by Elon Musk and to receive funding from the extreme right in the United States? Now, secondly, talk about peace, but we have 5% military spending from Germany has been demanded by Mr. Trump. Now, what about standing up for sovereignty and peace? How do you want to sell that to citizens?
First of all, I reject the premise of your question, which you slandered me in such a term that is unbecoming of this House, dignity of this House, and is certainly unbecoming of you being a member of this Parliament. If you just stopped for a single second and looked what we have been doing in the past decades in our countries, like I said, disenfranchising people, censoring free speech. I mean, had there been free speech during the COVID madness, millions of lives would have been saved because people would have known that this mRNA injection was not helpful, not at all. It was dreadful, actually.
Is there another blue card for you? Onorevole. From Mr. Saramo, if you accept. Okay, for 30 seconds, Mr. Saramo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to know how much oil and gas does Germany have? Because you want to support Trump, who is fighting against Europe, who is threatening us with tariffs against German labor, against German products. Why are you supporting Trump that is threatening Greenland, part of Denmark? Why are you supporting Trump, who is definitely against us, against just normal European people and European democracy?
Number one, Donald Trump is not against us, the people. Donald Trump is against the globalitarian misanthropists. On the question, how much gas and oil Germany has, unfortunately, nothing. But when Donald Trump pointed that out at the UN, then that we were dependent upon Russian gas, the entire German government that was present laughed their butts off because he made such a ridiculous statement. Well, turns out he was right, wasn't he? We were dependent upon Russian gas. Yes, we are dependent on that, and I'm confident Donald Trump will be solving these issues. And by the way, the Russian gas was not shut off by the Russians, it was shut off by ourselves. Stupid us.
Grazie, onorevole. Onorevole Lazarus.
Thank you very much. The next speaker is Mr. Lazarus.